searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way, yeah. Birds jumping and I hear my name, grasping into a life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah.
Give me a moment, guys.
Is she even on duty anymore? I don't see her.
When I was in the locker room, I'm like, I'm going 42.
Got you. Is that what you were trying to speak to Richard about?
Yeah, because I didn't know if Fly was going to be able to catch you or not.
Got you.
I mean, regardless.
Yeah. I don't know. She's a medical experience, so she thinks she can just sort of do everything medically to a degree. I don't know.
358's gonna head out.
So
on
do I,
Ranger.
Dawson, but I know when to keep my fucking hands
Sure,
off.
sure. We have, we don't have the equipment EMS do. Or the facilities.
One question: was this at Bolingbrook?
Yes.
Then they have all the same medical equipment that Pillbox Medical has when it comes to the infirmary. The only thing they
Right, but not the,
the only-
medical knowledge.
yeah,
No matter what. Nor we never want an officer ever calling a DOA.
She was trying to do that.
She didn't do it though. No.
She didn't
you
because I
told her
kept
basically?
telling her to do EMS. She tried insisting on trying to call him dead.
But she stopped medical care before EMS arrived, correct?
Yeah, give me a moment.
Why did she stop medical care?
I'd recommend
call
that
the
you
DOA?
all look at the extensive injuries to the DOC officer. I'm not a doctor.
It's not in this case. There's a case of SOP as well, and a duty of care.
The SOP specifically don't really pertain to anything medical wise. So I write them. I'm very aware. There's a lot of stuff unspecified within it. But specifically, an officer should never give extensive care nor try to extend their abilities as an officer into other areas. And in this case, it kind of was. And the attempt to call it a DOA is something we have nor the capabilities nor the knowledge to do. No matter how much experience you have previously, it is up to an EMS to do that, not to us to do that. So, no matter if that guy had every single limb cut off, maybe that's a bit extreme, but it's up to an EMS to call it, not us.
Even if, in her own words, his chances of survival are very low, there's still a chance for survival
Sure.
with proper medical care.
Yeah.
So,
But it should also be known that EMS did not transport him to the hospital. He went straight to the morgue.
But that's EMS's call to make. That's their scene at that point.
Right. I'm just saying, full disclosure.
No one's disputing the fact the person passed away, nor the person was probably in a condition to pass away, and was probably not to be, just to be blunt, passed away and just was done at that stage. The matter of the fact is, an officer should never be attempting to call a DOA. That's indisputable. But your points are solid. I understand it, but I'm not questioning that fact. Just,
No, I agree that an officer shouldn't try to call
Her exact
Time of death.
wording, she actually said at one point, "He's got no pulse. He's gone."
That does. Okay, number one, that does not matter because I have plenty of times fucking started CPR on somebody and got their pulse back. So, number one, I don't care how much fucking medical knowledge you have. Even if you call 911, the operator says, okay, even if they don't have a pulse, start CPR until they start breathing or medical professionals get there. Plain and simple. Sorry, I might be just
I
a
think-
tad bit spicy right now.
I think the main issue that we're coming about is one, her extending beyond her duties as an officer to simply provide basic medical until EMS arrives. There's no reason that she couldn't have continued to perform life-saving measures until EMS arrived, regardless of the injuries, regardless of if he had a pulse. CPR is obviously something that all officers are trained in, as well as basic, pressure on the wound, etc., etc. The fact that she took it upon herself at that point to stop care when she does have a duty to provide said care and pronounce him dead before there was even anybody remotely authorized on scene to give that call is a bit concerning. Those couple of minutes or however long it was before EMS arrived, she could have been doing CPR. Probably not likely that he would have survived, but there was a chance. That's really the main issues that we're coming here for, is her extending and then her trying to pronounce a time of death without proper training or authorization.
Very valid. Yeah.
Counterpoints, if I may.
Sure.
Limited medical equipment, limited medical knowledge. Look at the extensive injuries this guy had. I'm not saying whether he would have made it or not made it, and I'm not trying to say what she did was 100% right. It's a traumatic situation. Lot going on inside of a prison. Other inmates standing around, and this, please, DOC, don't take any offense to this, but the injuries that this officer had were probably not survivable.
Okay.
And granted, I get it. She shouldn't make that call, but what's the end game?
Mikey.
I'm just asking, what do you want done with Frost?
What do you mean? What do we don't want done?
We don't want any law at the moment. That's not a discussion. But what I also
The
have
discussion is
problem.
mainly to bring attention to command that yet again, July Frost has gone above her duties or extended beyond her duties as an officer and tried to provide medical care that she should not be providing, or is stopping medical care where she should not be stopping.
Okay,
Is
that's
there-
fair.
And she's
That's
also
fair.
falsifying upon her reports and extenuating injuries that she has, that I have direct body cam footage that she is falsifying on those reports.
Explain.
For example, individual had no pulse for a solid 20 minutes. I have body cam footage of me arriving at a certain time. She did not start providing medical care until 3 minutes into my body cam. My body cam only lasts 13 minutes
So, number one,
before EMS arrive. In fact, EMS
This is-
arrive at 11 minutes in. So she was only there for 8.
so I have one question. Are these quote unquote injuries that she's listed from an EMS report or not?
No, because the EMS report isn't complete.
Who's the DOC that passed away?
Craig Schofield.
Okay, but the point's fully understand. There's sort of certain circumstances you shouldn't extend yourself, no matter how much experience you have. And for the second time in history, Frost has. Now the point isn't completely invalid, where in the sense that were the injuries fatal enough for the person to pass away? Probably, sure, but still, the second to two that you're calling a DOA when you shouldn't be is the same second or two that you could technically just be resuscitating someone, trying to recover somebody,
Okay, I'm going to correct what I have said.
Apart.
Her words were, he's got no pulse, he's gone. And my reply was, there are EMS here, let them do their job. They were directly flying over. I told them to land in the yard. Just due to the situation, we had all inmates under control. I wanted the EMS through there as quickly as possible. Her words were, Lyra, I'm not going to bullshit you, in which way I replied, I know. These injuries are critical. He has lost blood. He has no pulse. There's genuinely nothing to do.
Okay. I've got a note of all that stuff you've been talking about, by the way. Yeah, no. Very unfortunate. Now, if it was in the time when she was attempting to call a DOA, if that was replaced, or the time she was talking about how there's nothing, no other opportunity, if that was replaced with I don't know, recovery attempts, would the DOC be alive to this day? Who knows? Seems like not, but either way, it's stuff like that can change a 1% to a 5% kind of thing. So the point's completely understandable. I'll relate to the rest of my team, and then he can, and then we can speak to her whenever she comes back around. This is the second time that
She
extended medical duties have been conducted by an officer when they shouldn't have, from her specifically. Lyra?
give me a
Vivian?
moment. I'm just getting the.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just.
I was
trying
going to ask you too. What do you
formulate
think
what I
too
wanna
in mind would be valid for this, specifically for Frost? In your two opinions?
say. Well,
I think she needs to be reminded that.
She's already been reminded. She's been talked to about this. So.
So
I
I'm
un-
gonna bring up. I want to bring up one very critical thing, right? If this were to happen to say Dawson, to say you, me, Rich, Chief,
Sure.
like, would you want that person to do that thing to you, or would you want that person to keep fucking trying until
Oh, I mean, there's no doubt about that, Matthews. No one's questioning that fact, right? Of course, it should have just recovery attempts should have been attempted until EMS was there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And no matter what, no pulse, and just even if the person was fucking cold at that point, like there's no disputing that fact.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll send you my body cam. Just want you to kind of evaluate the situation directly from the body cam.
I personally am not looking to get her fired. I personally think that she needs a very strong talking to and a strong warning that yet again she is an officer. She is not a medic. Regardless of past experience, it doesn't truly matter.
Agreed.
But this needs to not happen again. Because if it happens again, I will demand
You're okay. You're okay.
that she get fired.
Rich, basically what happened was there's DOC officer that passed away. The injuries, and Frost, who was on the scene, was given medical, and I guess we've had this happen before, but Frost attempted to call DOA twice technically.
Why?
She has medical history, so she's just trying to use it, but
Okay.
it just doesn't provide the right way.
Nah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, this is not the first time she's been
Maybe.
talked to about just doing medical on scene. She always brings up how she was in the military and had medical training and all that, but I don't know how many times she has to be told that it's not relevant, really.
It's relevant in the fact of if she can give basic life-saving measures until EMS arrive, that's great. But past that, she shouldn't be doing anything else. I would
Yeah,
think.
our procedures that EMS specifically do are not the same that she knows. She's not a medically trained professional here in our city, so.
And we all know how it all fucking ends up when somebody tries doing that around her.
Sure.
Because we had a similar, I mean, it's not really similar, but the whole Gordon situation.
The
straw.
bullets?
I realized that
I'll watch that after the talk because it is 12 minutes long, Lyra.
so yeah, she enters from about 3 minutes on.
Okay, good.
But yeah, we just wanted to bring it up. Bring it to
Are you
your
watching it,
attention.
Matthews?
I will in a bit.
Okay,
1000%,
I'd like you to
Vivian.
watch it before you even talk to her about it, because I may be blowing it completely out of proportion.
Me and Rich will share to the whole supervisor team. Like we can fully consider it before anything,
just the fact that I also had to fight. It felt like I had to fight in order to get Letter. And let EMS arrive is difficult. And I realized there was more that I could have done in that moment, but I was kind of... Yeah.
Yeah. I'm watching it now. I actually see the point.
Can you send it to me?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Go to 3 minutes, Rich. Did anyone say they're actually getting EMS? You asked a few times. Other people were talking, but I can't actually hear the points with people saying I'm contacting EMS. Maybe I missed that.
I can't
Or I
remember
must have
when
missed
that
it.
was.
I must have missed it, but can't hear it. So far, Frost is really trying her best. I can tell that much.
It is honestly like she just snaps.
Gotcha.
If you don't need anything more from me, I'm gonna see
No.
what Marty McCreamy needs.
He needs
you have my number,
a
my
car
email
bot.
if you need me.
He needs a car bot,
Oh.
which I don't think he can do, right?
No, I
No.
can't. It
Yeah.
must be like Reddington
Neither of us can.
or
But yeah.
Chief or.
Yeah. No, I know. Well, obviously, I know. Yeah, just say it to him.
Yeah, I'll go.
Oh wait, McCreamy asked that? No,
Thank you.
never mind. I thought you were saying about
Yeah.
Donovan, because Donovan
Oh
was
no,
trying to buy a
Richard
car. from-
Donovan is the
Yeah.
one who reached out to Lyra, but thank you
Got
guys.
you. No, I don't know about McCreamy then.
Mikey, Astrid's around, by the way.
10-4, welcome back.
406 called for EMS, apparently.
That was Lisa.
We're on the Ranger duty.
And I may be overly harsh and critical.
Wait, my guy needed a resend for the 9s? What?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Lyra, didn't you say this guy's also a friend of Frost? Or they're
You-
friends of some type?
You mentioned that from her report.
Yeah, she mentioned it in her report that they were friends or something. So
He's not been around for a month.
okay.
I directly know that because he's been on LOA.
I mean, I get like what she's trying to. She really just needs to let EMS do their job.
I think that's the biggest part, is that she just wasn't letting... I had to keep on insisting to let EMS do their job. And she was trying to do their job for them.
Because I mean, someone could argue like, someone has died because she, who's not like a medically trained professional,
In this
was
city.
trying to like, operate on them without having any idea of what to actually do. Even though she may argue, she knows what she's doing, but she doesn't know more than the medically, trained EMS from Pillbox. Like, I don't know, we've been through this so many times. Like, basic field medical before EMS get there is appropriate, but we can't be trying to be EMS.
So verbally, she was saying like he's passed away, right? Her actions were still the same. She was saying different things like, "I don't think I can get this guy back," but then she was continuing to do what she should have done physically. Kind of just verbally what she said. I mean, physically, she still had held pressure and attempted to kind of constrict the veins so they didn't lose more blood.
So here's another thing I want to point out is, like, just from that report, we don't know what kind of wounds he had, right?
And EMS
I mean-
haven't completed their autopsy.
Now, if he had a perforating chest wound, doing compressions like that probably could have killed him.
Yeah, unless you pack them tightly.
Even if you pack them tight, even with a chest seal, you're gonna have air seep
True.
out. But the thing is like, was a lung nicked or something? Was the heart damaged? Like, you understand what I'm saying, right?
She also
Like,
did tell the cadet to like release pressure from his neck towards the end.
Which is directly against what Wilson said in her report, which is where there was pressure held until EMS came.
Yeah, no, that's not true.
Oh no, she tried everything she could until EMS arrived.
It was like a full 3 minutes of no pressure on her neck before Quinn actually got there. Or yeah, his neck. Because she said something along the lines of, cadet, you can release pressure, and then she started just
Having a debate with me?
yeah, pretty much about how it's impossible to come back from this, stuff like that. Which is what I was saying earlier, right? Like someone could argue, if the cadet had held pressure for those 3 minutes, maybe EMS could have done something, but there's no way to know if she's gonna assume that, that role and just tell her to stop. I don't think it's wrong what Frost was trying to do. Obviously, she's trying to do the best she can, but she really just needs to not even in a negative way, be in her place, as an officer.
She's
there
an
are certain
officer,
things
not
we
an
do and
EMS.
certain things that we do not do.
We don't even call time of death in Bolingbroke. We let there's no EMS
course,
around,
yeah,
we
of
let
course, of
Dr. Bilbob, Dr. Phil, or Nurse Nancy call it.
I think it's it's a good intention sort of thing, but she just needs to stop.
At least make me hurt. Jesus.
Yo,
I think she just needs to
Fuck.
be reminded to. What?
Never mind, proceed.
yeah, no, I couldn't.
I think she just needs to be reminded that she's not an EMS.
I
And
told her that many times. I have to tell her again.
and
Every
that
so
thing,
often there are people that are kind of like this, where they just keep wanting to give medical treatment to people on scenes, and we just keep having to tell them to stop.
and like you said, there is 3 minutes of where she tells the cadet to remove pressure.
That's a long time.
In a different situation, to be honest, if it was me, who's not the most medically adverse, or someone else, they might have not even told a cadet or anyone else to hold extra pressure. Because throughout that time, Frost herself was holding pressure. And I don't know technically why she told the cadet to stop, to be honest, but
It sounds like she was trying to rush the time of death. She was trying to get it done.
yeah, agreed. That yeah, that's factual.
I'm sorry, what was that, Mikey?
I was just what Lyra was saying. I was like, that could be considered an assumption.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, not really, because it's not that there's evidence, because it's not like fucking arrest or anything. But in technicality, it kind of proves with the fact that a cadet being told to stop holding pressure. Kind of.
What's that going to teach the cadet to do?
That? Sure.
What's that going to teach the cadet to do in the future?
And we're always told from day one, basic medical until EMS arrives. You don't just stop and just do nothing. I don't know. Kind of goes against her whole if she's medically trained, she should probably know to do what she can until the actual professionals get there, instead of just calling it off before anyone's there, because then nobody's getting help at that point. Oh, that part is the most strange part to me. The whole
Trying
release
to
pressure from his neck. Then starts to move his arms and everything. Just strange. Yeah, up until that point, I can see why she was doing what she was doing.
And like I said, if it was me, I'd probably be trying to do the same thing, trying to continue, getting a pulse back or something.
Yeah, but you would do it until EMS got there. You wouldn't like.
I wouldn't tell.
I
wouldn't tell
understand that
somebody.
part.
I wouldn't tell the person helping me. Okay, you can stop. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Like-
no disputing that fact.
Yeah. Besides that, I don't really have any issues per se with it.
I think
it
it's
was also unnecessary to go back and forth with Lyra.
What do you mean? That just happens with fucking officers in general with us.
Mhm.
Right,
there.
doesn't mean it's necessary, and nor.
Like, no offense.
Well, yeah, I know, but that's not what I'm saying.
So,
I'm
like-
just saying, like,
No offense, guys, but like, when you guys come in, like, you're coming into our jurisdiction. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like,
but that's exactly what I'm saying, right? Like, she shouldn't be doing that.
if I give,
I literally
if
tell
you-
her, let EMS do their job, and she has an argument with me about it.
Yeah, and that's something we'll address. That's what I'm trying to say.
If I tell you to run into a knife, that's a different story. But if I'm telling you to carry on until EMS,
And, like, Lyra, what I'm saying is, like, I 100% understand that, right?
Mhm.
Like, that is part of the problem here, is her not listening to, like, direct orders from you, her superior.
that's the thing. Like, these people don't think we're their superiors when they come into the prison.
Yeah, so then when they do these things, they'll get handled with. It's not just gonna, you know, like nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, I'm bringing this up in general because
Yeah.
I don't think these two really mention it. Because, like, if I'm around, I give orders. You know me, people fucking listen. Doesn't matter if I'm, down
think
here
we're
working or up at the prison
just-
work.
I think we're just so used to people coming in and taking over that we've been left with people just going, yeah, it's your scene now. Even in jailbreaks, PD comes in, they swarm in, they override us completely. And I understand that to that extent, but DOC can't then grow and learn.
Yeah.
And then we
I'd
have
say that's
nobody
a-
listening to our orders when we get to a situation like this where I tell them, let EMS come do their job.
Yeah. That's true.
And if this was a civilian, there would be such an extensive look into this, it would be untrue. You'd have the family. How do you think the family would be horrified that she tells someone to remove pressure?
Yeah, I mean, I think in general, like whoever it is, it'd be kind of shocking to hear someone say that. But yeah, we'll talk to her about this situation, specifically regarding the whole, releasing pressure and to make sure she needs to be doing her job, not EMS, as well as the whole not listening to the orders from you. Is there anything else specifically you guys wanted us to address?
I wasn't even gonna come in, but I got convinced to.
I just mean like about Frost.
What do you want to, Lyra? Let's say you were in Mia Rich's shoes. What would you do here?
How many times has she done this before?
Not anything similar to this. The thing she'd done before was kind of extensive medical in the sense that she was applying IV lines, and she was applying IV lines technically in the right proceedings, but she's not a medical person. No matter of her past, we're unaware of that. We don't know certificates, experience, whatever. But there was sort of a case of her just doing extensive medical procedures when, technically on paper doesn't have the knowledge she should.
And
with
I
our
think I
peers.
brought this up last time, when we had this discussion about her and doing this stuff. Like, if I have access to it and I know how to do it, I'm starting a fucking IV on somebody to keep them going. I don't care if I gotta wait. I'm not waiting 5 extra minutes for a fucking paramedic,
Sure, but it's like It puts us in a position where we don't know her skills or skill set or experience, and she has no way to prove that to it. Yeah, sure, you could be military a few years back, but how do we ever know that fact?
I mean,
Mhm.
CPR's even changed in the last couple of years. You no longer do
Sure.
2 breaths. But if she's only had medical military experience from a couple of years ago, they were still doing 2 breaths. Now it's just chest compressions. For example, like that, medical procedures change all the time.
Yeah, I think like the main thing is her medical knowledge and procedures are not like really relevant to right now.
No.
That's like the biggest thing. She needs to understand that.
Practically, what she done with her hands were completely, well, not just completely fine. What she done with her hands technically were actually very good. You know, it was just what she sort of verbally said.
Yeah, it's
wasn't
just
the
that
greatest.
last part.
Sure. Yeah.
And I don't know if her reports also needs a bit more tightening up on them.
For this specifically or in general?
In this specific, I don't know about other reports, but she mentioned there's a whole pit where there's a whole line where she then narrates a tale, which has caused
Ooh.
problems for SAO when we've tried pushing certain subpoenas because
Like
she's done it
this-
before.
What's the report number?
Oh, it was a subpoena, and I would need to find the subpoena.
No, I just mean like, did she do something tonight that was problematic?
In this report, there's a line that says, "When EMS took the body away in a body bag, I tried to remain under composure of the situation even while processing. I had to announce my own friend was basically dead, and there was nothing I could have done about it."
Why would she put that in the report?
And then later on she also puts, Throck committed immediately he murdered Craig, and that was with a half-assed behavior to it as if it was nothing. I could only clench my jaw to keep my composure while maintaining we did DOC tasks as DOC went to the morgue to say the final goodbyes.
Yeah, okay. So the way she writes her reports, I guess, is in a statement kind of POV. Oh, that's a literal. Yeah, okay, that's fair. It's actually a literal statement.
Yes.
I guess she's adding details which are way too personal, right?
Mm-hmm. And I can look back, and so can Mikey. There has been denials of subpoenas because the judge has got so annoyed with her flourishment with personal details.
Valid. Very valid.
Yeah, that could be contributed to just the style of report writing.
But the judge doesn't like it.
We'll get like a full fucking POV on this, and we can take it from there. It's the best method.
Mikey, let me send you a link. When we have judges informing us that they won't sign things because of her, because they don't want to decipher
What's factual and what's personal?
yeah.
I mean, that's just something else we can tell her to simmer down on. So.
You see that one, Mikey?
Whoever's talking,
Yeah, I
whisper,
see it.
please. People can hear you outside.
Suck my ass.
For $5.
Talking about.
What?
Alright, if you guys don't need me for anything else, I do need to find Astrid about a defense attorney
I
issue.
got you.
I will
yeah.
come
You're
with you in a
good, man.
moment.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go
Are
try
you
to
doing
see if
okay,
she's-
Matthews?
Yeah.
Mikey, send me a text when you find her.
Okay, if she's here.
Otherwise, we'll compile what we need to speak about and then talk to her about it.
Yeah, we can.
In my view, if I was in your situation, I would evaluate, is this a behavior that you feel that she's at risk of repeating again? Does it need a more harsher, if it was just a warning? Or does it need a more harsher lesson that actually is more permanent and is something that she can't shake off within the next 12 hours?
Gotcha.
As a reminder, and then it serves as a reminder not to do it again.
Sounds good.
But that's based on it, and if does she even understand what she did in that situation?
In terms of what?
In terms of, does she understand that she was overriding orders and not listening?
Oh, I got you.
Does she understand that by removing those hands, she's trying to do EMS's job for them?
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll bring these things up.
Okay. I'm sorry to bring such a thing to you on
No,
New
it's
Year's
okay.
Eve.
It's all good,
No,
it's all
you're good. You're chilling.
And thank you for listening, because I kind of half doubted myself when I was doing this kind of, is these concerns valid? Am I being valid about these concerns?
I think it's valid, especially because it's not like an isolated event with her like doing this sort of thing.
Okay. I can't put my phone away. There we go. I'm gonna go see if I can find Astrid.
All right.
Thank
sounds
you.
good.
Of course.
And sorry again.
Okay, but what color do you like the texture?
None.
Whatever, doesn't matter.
I have in red, blue, and purple. Those are the
Hello,
colors.
have you found her?
I have not.
Is she not in -3?
I didn't see her unless they're hiding somewhere. Let me go look back in interrogation. They could be back there. Let me see if she's back there. I'll let you know.
Okay, I'm done with my conversation. I'm sorry that if you felt like we were ganging up on you.
Oh no, not. I didn't feel like that at all. No, I was just making a case. You know, just making it. But that's like that's not for me to handle. So I just kind of backed out. I was like, you all handle this. This is kind of out of my out of
I
my
mean,
range.
we're not pressing
you know?
anything charge-wise
Yeah,
or
that's
anything.
why I was like, yeah, kind of out of my range a little bit. But no, I didn't feel like that at all. No, I like being part of those kind of discussions. Interesting.
Hello, welcome.
But let me look around and see if I can find her.
Hi, Richard.
I'll let you know if I find her.
We'll do. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Hello, I do talk.
Veronica.
Can we do 40 on both?
Hi, Lyra.
Hello.
Happy New Year, Eve.
Happy New Year, Eve. You haven't seen Astrid, have you?
I have not.
She was -3, I think. Her name is Morgana Black Tash. It's CID 6077.
I thought you were saying Astrid's name was Morgana Black.
Oh, here am I then.
You haven't seen Astrid, have you?
Jesus, fuck, you scared the shit out of me. No, I've been just looking up, driver's licenses and weapons licenses for,
I take it they're not back.
our incoming class.
I haven't looked in the interrogation. I asked, and they said she was down here, but don't know where. Have fun. Well, if
Thank you.
For what?
Is there anything I need to be aware of, regarding, or?
They'll talk. They'll talk to her.
Okay. Do you have food on you by chance?
Yes. Only 2.
Okay.
Here you go.
That's fine. Thank you.
Nope, not back there.
I mean, I can give you her number and you can ring her.
I can hit her up on the MDT and have her meet me here.
Yeah, she won't answer that.
Are you scared
Oh,
to
she
call
won't.
Astrid?
Yeah, just send me her number. No, I'm not scared to call anybody. I just don't have her number. I probably should, but I don't. Thank you.
I don't think half of ISAO does. I miss being able to look at people's phone numbers. I miss that. Oh, yeah, Vivian. Idea. Using Shay's a nurse, right? Do it in nursing training.
Yeah.
In the future, do you think we could use her skill set to create a medical and talking with EMS, we could use her skill set to enable her to be able to utilize the medical wing of DOC of Bolingbroke to provide care for patients for inmates who may be in the infirmary for a long period of time.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
And
as long as EMS is agreeable.
Yeah. And then if EMS can't also come up, whether she can provide that medical... Well, no, she's a nurse, never mind. But providing that medical care whilst they're in the infirmary.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
And she can develop the programs under that. But that's in the future.
Yeah. Probably way in the future. Right now, we still haven't even gotten
She did not answer her
our
phone.
riot control.
She's probably thinking extremely hard.
That could be the case.
You might want to save her number, though.
Oh, I did. I put her in my contacts. Yep.
If you don't get a reply from Astrid today, maybe
Oh,
reach out.
I'll email her tonight. If she
Yeah.
doesn't call me back, I'll email her tonight and say, hey, you can take a look at this. I doubt there's going to be any movement on it, you know, because of the holiday, but
Go ahead.
I mean, it could.
Got one coming up for 25 months. How would you like?
At least we got some
Local, please.
We can
Send him one
transport
back to
to
25.
the. We can transport up to the front first gates.
I thought we didn't transport.
No,
beyond the 30.
just... We
Send
don't.
local. You changed that and you didn't tell me.
Send him one back for 25 months.
Not my fault you don't read the fucking
I did and I
SOP.
forgot. But you didn't tell me beforehand.
Hey, I changed the transport time.
Duh. Duh. Duh.
I'm just gonna finish this and then I'm going back to bed and I'm gonna bang my
So
head against the wall.
something I have done whilst we've had too many inmates to DOC is, you know, that first vehicle lock that we go through? I've told them to transport up to that bit and then to get the local guards to take them from that bit. So they're not actually entering the prison at all.
Yeah, that's fine if they want to do that. Doesn't bother me either way.
Or it keeps them busy. So. Yay! Go to bed. Can you make a ticket for Bobby's boot camp?
What if it was going to be 10-6 report?
He
You're on
never
DOC radio still.
gets one.
I am a fucking
Does
idiot.
he
Sorry,
not?
guys. See you later.
You're
No.
okay.
He just does what he does. I'm gonna make the one for the boot camp like in a minute. The big boot camp.
I was just thinking that because we potentially have 9 coming, up to 9.
Yeah. We're about to have like 50 new guards at the prison.
Yep.
Alright.
Oh, that sounds amazing, Starla. Thank you.
Boop.
What's up, Lyra?
Hello, Happy New Year.
Lyra, thank you earlier, Lyra.
For what? What?
The phone call and taking care of, Faith.
I was unable to go in at all.
Oh, well, I'm sure she's fine. Are you okay? You doing better?
Yeah, I mean, we just lost a DOC officer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What? Like,
Look in Sam's
Like-
announcements.
is that the one that Richard was talking about in the cells?
Sam's announcements.
Let me have
You're an old man. What'd you do, bro? Oh yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Never mind.
That's why the prison was in chaos earlier.
I hope they free you, bro. Good luck, bro. Fuck these police officers, man.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that's why we were all sorts of chaos.
Sorry.
Holy shit, I'm sorry to hear that. What the fuck?
Hi.
Right on New Year's.
Thank you. Kind of not how you want the end of the year to go, but
No, definitely not.
That's horrible.
Hey, come on, girl.
seems like I was left with all his things to deal with at the end of life, apparently, because he hasn't got anyone on his medical record.
Did he have like a girlfriend or anything?
Nope.
Oh, where are we going?
Yes.
Hi.
I'm kidnapping
Hello.
her.
You can see the concern.
Yep.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Hey, bud. Oh.
Thank you,
Get
Dylan.
them hands up.
Just ignore me being
Alright.
kidnapped. It's okay.
Just earlier, helping out.
Look, Lyra, I would be here every time you need me until I am dead, okay? Don't worry about it.
Thank you, and I'm sorry I wasn't up there. I can't be up there for Lexi.
That's all right. She'll be fine. She's a big girl.
Although they're saying that we
All right,
have...
thank you.
Thank you.
The three of us should be able to go back up to the prison by now as well. It's only
This
5.
guy literally code zeroed.
Right, I'm
Oh.
kidnapping Veronica. She's coming out to DOC.
Well, welcome to your roots, ma'am. Congratulations.
I'm kidnapping this one back to DOC.
I gotta put some evidence away real quick.
No. I need Vivian's permission to kidnap you back to DOC.
Gonna end the year like it started in DOC.
I don't
Do
know
it.
if that's such a good thing.
How many hours was it?
It's 270 something, I thought.
I was gonna say it was a lot of fucking hours.
Thank
You got stuck in that in between stage before we started the new boot camp. Sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. I forgive everybody. Because no one did anything wrong. It is what it is. I'm just glad that you guys let me be there and that I eventually got to come here.
I mean, we fought for you to actually go and get seen and into the camps and everything.
Yeah. Without you, without you being who you are, I would not be where I am.
Ah.
And I appreciate that so much.
Should I put you down now?
358's heading to the
Thank
prison
you.
now.
Okay.
My back was getting a little stiff. Stretch out.
I'm gonna come join you, Bobby.
Alright, have a good day, you guys. I'm going.
I'm gonna swap to radio 11. Kenichi needs to be seen by E EMS.
10-4. Are you back up at the prison already?
Not yet, but I mean, if they're there when we can get there, make things easier.
Ooh, that does. What's your 20? There you are.
Oh. DOC EMS.
19942.
Lisa, are you coming?
You got the -1?
Do you have anybody
Yes.
available to treat
Oh, I went down the street.
an
On my
inmate
way.
at Bolingbroke? Okay. He is in a coma and local not sufficient enough, so if anybody comes on duty that can head down, that'd be much appreciated. Thank you. So I'm back to Radio 5. Alright, no EMS. There's just one and a probie, so. So how you doing, Lyra?
I'm doing okay.
Okay.
EMS on the way?
No, they do not have numbers at the moment. Apparently, they don't want to bring a probie into the prison or something. I don't know.
Lovely.
So Kenichi's just gonna lie there.
Oh, we're gonna see what Dr. Bill Bob says.
Yeah.
Or I can talk to Dr. Bill Bob.
Yeah, last night he was local doc Bill Bob was not sufficient enough last night. So yeah, I don't know. Also, Penelope's decided to move into my house.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't my choice. I stopped by my house because I had treats, and she just decided to join me in the house.
Hello.
The spot was fine. The spot was shit. Oh, guys.
Lisa. I'm trying to help them.
Yeah, so Penelope has claimed my bed.
Owie.
Dr. Bill Bob. Unfortunately, EMS are unable to respond at this time. Can you inform me what you wish me to do from here?
I'm gonna go look for Jeff.
EMS cannot respond because there is no EMS available. We have been told by EMS that they are unable to respond. So if you wish us to... Okay. We will wait to see if EMS responds. However, due to inmate numbers and number of DOC, if there is an increase in inmates, I will have to leave. In order to handle the prison.
You guys okay?
Yeah, they're just being inmates.
Okay. I can't find him.
You
have
can't find
searched?
Slim?
No, short timer.
Which
Looking
one?
for Jeff Versace. Blonde hair.
Time for. Do you want to send Lexi into the infirmary and I'll keep an eye over here?
Lexi's in her head at the moment.
Oh, okay. I'll come get her. That way your attention's not so divided. Let me just
hello,
take.
Queen.
Hello. I'm just going to take Lexi with me. Seeing as
Okay,
I've got
yes,
her
today.
it's land to the. That may not be.
Yes, Queen.
Sheet code 0.
Yeah. That's what I thought was going to happen. Everything okay?
Yeah, they're just being them.
I'm going to say this. Unless you are invited to come to my DMs to, unless you all have something that you want to talk to me with a reasonable expectation about, that is fine. If you come into my DM, my direct messages, and decide that you're just going to have a moan at me for things that are out of control, I do not appreciate that. Things that are out of my control. Well, seeing as he's decided he wants EMS, and I'm unlikely to get any EMS on there. Because there's going to be hardly any. That's all I'm saying, and I'm moving on. Dr. Bilbob, are you insisting on EMS at this time? I will radio over to EMS and see if they're available. If not, then I am required to go out and I'm going to go out into the yard and help with the other inmates, as there are DOC medics who can also help the situation. When I say switch injury 11. One 96 to EMS. Is there any possibility of in the next 10-20 minutes of somebody coming up to check on an inmate at Bolingbroke?
Let's see if anyone that is possibly going to be clocking on soon will be able to do that for you.
10-4, so if somebody is clocking on, then you'd be able to.
Yes.
Okay. EMS aren't this radio.
Sorry, I'm trying to get someone over at Bowling now.
Please don't stress yourself, Maddie.
Alright, I have someone coming up to you guys.
10-4.
EMP 21 1041.
Ten nine.
Huh?
Who's on? Oh wait, I'm on radio 11. Sorry.
I thought it was me then.
No. So far, I'm switching back. Totally didn't think I was on radio 5.
Welcome back.
Lexi is awake again in the yard, by the way.
Get her. I have eyes.
Throck, are you alone up front? Out in the yard?
10-9?
Not Throck. Bobby.
Yes, I am. I am with Lexi.
Tenfor, where's Red and Farrell then?
I am getting Red changed. Locals took his clothes when he was sleeping.
Farrell, I do not have eyes on. MS2 DOC.
Send it.
I'm currently at the front gate.
Tenfor, come on through. I'm not gonna get you. Where's your car?
I'll come in the helicopter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just parked in the car park. So.
You can park out on the helipad.
Wait, you have a helipad?
We have a helipad in here and a helipad out there.
Huh.
Okay, let me search you. Okay, all good. Bum. Dr. Bilbob was insistent on this individual receiving EMS care.
So what actually happened?
Unsure.
How long's he been in a coma?
Again, unsure. Unfortunately, we've not had previous EMS in here due to lack of numbers of guards or too many inmates, for example. So this might be the first time he's seeing EMS.
Oh, okay.
Let me have a look. He was taken into a coma on the... It says 31st on this report. Hold on. Yeah, it says the 31st on this report.
Wait, isn't that like
Today, yes. But I don't believe it. I believe it's probably... I believe it to be yesterday that he was taken into a coma.
Oh, okay.
My statement's not giving me much else from it.
Did it not say the cause of the coma or anything?
30th, yes. Direct 30th.
Has he had an accident, or does it say that
He
in the
was placed in a
report?
medical... Dr. Bilbo placed him in a medically induced coma until be able to be evaluated by EMS personnel. He was... Turner was unconscious with a pulse while the flipped vehicle and Turner were doused in fire retardant by 903 and 905. 903 assessed him for a weak pulse. 903 noticed black bug coming out of his mouth, head and neck. Gauze was applied to the head and neck area. Whilst 903 collected a sample from his mouth. He was in the moment of creating a bomb. So I don't... Hopefully Dr. Bilbob's removed all the the residue of the fumes from the hydrocene. So he doused the vehicle in gasoline. He had
Was that
hydrogen.
inside the prison?
No, this was outside.
Oh, okay.
He had fumes, etc. So yeah. I don't know how much residue is
Britta's
left.
back in the yard. I'm just gonna grab his joint.
Okay, let's take a look. It is this guy, isn't it?
Yes.
the 311, Bobby?
No, what is that?
Local DOC just said that there's an inmate who needs medical locked on the cell top floor.
Alright.
I will be going 42 after this EMS visit. So you'll have to consider whether we have enough numbers to even stay.
TDDS.
Go ahead.
Got 195 for 40 months. How do you want?
Local, please.
Send fire. I'm sending him up.
Thank you.
Lisa, can you put out a bulletin that people with the hut charge, just on a MDT, that people with hut charges are going into max due to the fact that they actually have no time or fine to them because it's a plea deal.
10-4, you want it under the DOC only?
Yes, please.
So far.
We'll also need to get SAO involved in terms of charging Mr. Kenichi. Hmm.
I'm not sure whether he should have been woken up.
Okay.
Apparently, he's got chemical burns inside his throat.
Okay.
That is kind of more of a surgical thing.
That's more of a surgical thing. Do you think that it's worth putting back into?
I mean, he's in a lot of pain of giving morphine, but obviously, is there going to be someone here to administer it
Only Dr. Bilbo.
until we can get him in for a surgical visit?
Only Dr. Bilbo. There is no EMS that is dedicated. EMS. DOC that is
DOC.
dedicated to the thing, because we have DOC local medics and Dr. Bilbo and his team. And actually, being in here is going to pull our numbers away from the prison.
Yeah, okay.
Like right now, we have 5 inmates on our list. We're about to get a 6,
Got another 95 for 31.
which is going to leave 2 of them with 5, which is dangerous. And actually, I'm going to be going off duty after this.
There's no one really capable of doing this currently in the city. It's probably more of a Quinn job.
We can definitely
It's
have
kind of a specialist area.
You can see what Dr. Bilbob says, see if Dr. Bilbob can do it, or whether it's a waiting in here until the surgical visit or a surgical appointment for him.
Okay. But it'd probably be a type of skin graft inside the throat.
Okay.
It's quite
Well,
a rare thing, but
why don't you ask Dr. Bilbob whether he wants to do the surgery or wait for Quinn in terms of a surgical appointment?
okay.
Lara, just be aware it's getting full.
Yeah, I'm aware. Wait, you're going to have to pull out anyway once I'm done here, because I'm going 42.
No, I know. I'm just letting you know. Too much longer, and it might not be safe for EMS to stay.
Term 4.
You're gonna have another one coming up at least, maybe 2.
That would put us at like.
We can do
7 to
surgery here, by the way.
Yeah,
In
you're
our
gonna have another
surgery
2
room.
coming up.
Thank you, Bryce. Ryan, to let you know, we're going to have to pull out in a couple of moments. You've got time, but
Yeah, I've just put him back on the coma medication.
just to let you know that you can
It's
do...
gonna
Go on.
it's gonna have to be a pillbox thing.
Can it be done in
arrange an
our surgery
appointment.
room?
I mean, I can't see why not. Even though it's like a specialist thing, it's just kind of skin grafts, basically. I'm not allowed to do surgeries, as I've been told off multiple times now.
Because if we were to organise it at Pillbox, then I have to organise a PD escort, which relies on there to being actual PD here. and available.
Mm.
And that's another.
I mean, I can try and get Maddie up here, but are you going?
Yeah, we're going to have to leave in a couple of moments. The next inmate that comes in is Uzgom. And we've been
I
told
mean,
there's at least 1 or 2 coming up.
I can't see why we couldn't do it here, as long as we just get a registered surgeon, either Quinn, Maddie,
And
James.
again, this all relies
anyone.
on us having the right numbers to protect yourselves as EMS. And also, I just want to let you know that the surgeries don't have to be done at Pillbox.
Okay.
You need a DOC.
Yeah, we're gone.
Yeah, this is kind of a.
One for 20 months. How would you like him? He's really, really, really maldy, just so you know.
Hold Dishon for 3 mics. We're going to leave the prison. Okay, do you want to
just let me know.
instruct Dr. Bill Bob with him? Because we're going to have to leave.
What do you mean?
We're going to have to leave because there's too many inmates now.
Okay. Well, he's back in the coma, and I'll see who we can get to do a surgery and when you guys are back on. So.
At this time, Dr. Bill Bob, we're going to have to be leaving the prison due to numbers. Please look after him. There's literally only 2 of them.
Oh shit.
2 DOC, I mean, that's going to be here. Let's go.
Yep.
I didn't even know you could break that.
Yeah.
Lisa, let's go.
Yeah.
Materials on you.
Hey.
Just say you only got enough for one day.
You lots it.
EMS, where'd you park?
Knee car park.
If his heli's gone, I'm going to laugh.
Alright.
Same.
So did Kenichi ever get health?
He needs to have a surgery.
Ah, okay.
Which is going to be even more complications.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Because that's going to have to organise a surgical appointment. That's going to be that we have enough numbers to enter the prison. That's going to be because otherwise it's down at PD, and even then we have to have enough numbers to be able to transport him, and that relies on PD being available at that time.
Oh, geez, we gotta take him to Pillbox? They can't do surgery here?
I've just said that we can do surgery here. Going to Pillbox is going to be more complicated than that.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I have also informed Dr. Bill Bob that we are leaving the prison, and that DOC medics are going to take care of him. But apparently he shouldn't have been awakened from his medical coma. So.
Yeah.
And if local DOC medics moan at me again, I'm gonna get them for abuse of the 311 system. They have. They've been abusing that system.
Yeah, they really have. Alright, we're going off duty too. It's been a long fucking... I haven't even done nothing and it's been a long day. It's been a long
You're going
week.
off duty as well?
Yes.
Okay, so there's gonna be no DOC.
Love it.
6.
I don't even need to bother. I'm going for it.
I'm doing it anyway. 358 going 42. Have a good night, y'all.
Oh my goodness. Can you put someone put in dispatch that all DOC are off duty?
Is this guy good to send yet?
Yep, he's good to send. Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye. Does anyone have any food before you go?
Yeah.
Okay. Look at your emails, by the way.
Yes.
Is it true?
Not yet.
What?
You'll have to let me know.
I will. Yeah, it's very purple.
Hello.
Yeah.
So purple.
Be careful.
I will.
You always say that, and then I always get 911s being like, Lyra got kidnapped.
You make it sound like there should be again on that.
Sometimes there is.
You want to ride Lyra?
Yeah, I'm okay.
That's what she does every day. That's how she stays in shape. Well, I just don't. I chase Corporal Ham around the yard. Let's go get your truck. Be safe.
This ain't happening.
Hello. Is Astrid still there?
No, I left her a long time ago. It's
Okay.
been a hot minute, yeah.
She's still on
We
duty.
talked to her about a few things, brought to her attention, obviously the subpoena that I'm dealing with, and then Rex and Don had some other things that they wanted to talk to her about, to bring to her attention as well. So I think we got, once we grabbed her, we went to the roof of the PD and just basically aired out some things that like are happening and need to change, and subpoena was one of them. I guess she's not a judge anymore, but she said
She's
was
never
going
been a
to,
judge.
Or yeah. I don't. Somebody asked her, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm not a judge," but she's going to make sure that a judge looks at that very close, because we explained the ramifications of that subpoena if it gets signed, and then Don went into all the quid pro quo stuff that could take place, like, okay, if they want that, then we want all the CCTV and all the body cam footage from all criminals and their attorneys while they have private conversations.
What'd she say to that?
She's like, it's a fair argument. She thinks the subpoena is absolutely ridiculous to begin with. And then the guy that is in Bolingbrook, that like got tortured and got his leg cut off and all that stuff, the crazy man.
Yeah.
All three of us, myself, Don, and Rex, argued the point that no, we don't have capital punishment, but that person should be sent out of state for treatment that we don't do here. Because otherwise he's just going to do it again and again and again and again. When you keep giving him life sentences, he's just going to keep doing that, and you can't keep him shackled all day. Because that's not, I mean, DOC can't do that.
He's not a life sentence person. Well, he's just a 5150.
Well, they were under the impression that he was a life sentence, but anyway.
I'll go and clear that up. I'm here now.
Yeah, that we all three were like, yeah, that, he needs to go to like a Supermax or go to a mental facility that we don't have here. So he's going to need to go out of state and get that. You know what I mean? She seemed in favor of that. She was going to have to, obviously talk to other people, but. And then just some general legal stuff that I think Don and Rex wanted to get off their chest. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm hoping a judge will look at it. I know it's the holidays, but hopefully they see that, and they have to read all of it now. And then I just put that other rebuttal in there, basically calling him stupid without calling him stupid.
Yep.
So hopefully a judge will see that and go, yeah, we're not doing that. Astrid's like, it's insanity to even consider doing that. So we'll see how that goes. But it's on the radar now, so hopefully it stays on the radar. What I'm hoping.
Okay. I'm gonna hang up. I can see them now. I'm gonna see if I can approach.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. Am I okay to approach?
Yeah, come over, Larry. Yeah. We're just shit talking.
Oh,
How are you doing? Are you okay?
I'm
Are you
less than
42 right now?
Yes, I'm 42 right now.
Okay,
Happy
stay
New
that way
Year.
for the next fucking 24 hours. It's an order.
I mean, you can order me for SAO. You can't order me for DOC.
Here,
I'm highly recommending it as for your DOC stuff. Just like, take some you time. You deserve it.
Hot chocolate and chili? Ooh.
Yeah. It's elote, so it's like spicy street corn. Delicious.
Ooh. I wanted to
Sweet corn?
clear something up, by the way, because Mikey just... Ali Jahara isn't a lifer at Bolingbroke. He's only a 5150.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, as long as people are aware of that.
This is the dog, right?
The guy
Yeah,
who's
that's
getting
the dog.
better, but yeah, he's the one that thinks he's a dog.
Oh wait, I know who you're talking about. He calls people dogs. Oh, now
Yeah.
it's all starting to make sense. Okay, I understand.
Apparently he
I understand what
barks.
has happened.
There's a concern he might bark on the stand.
Got it. Yep.
Oh
But
boy.
he's getting better. But like with everything that's happening in the prison, it's not the place for him to heal. But I've got no other fucking
Yeah.
place for him.
Where else are we gonna stick him? Parsons.
And I need that fucking statement. He was fucking Lyra, correct me if I'm wrong. He's missing a leg now. Or
He's
something like that?
missing half a leg, yes.
Oh my god.
He's got a prosthetic.
my
and his tongue
gosh.
was burned. So yeah, we've got that him. He was.
They branded his fucking tongue.
Oh my god.
I
yeah, you
need to
did
talk
say
to
that.
this guy.
Yeah. Like,
Of-
can we? Like,
Yes.
has he been
He's-
found mentally sound and he can talk and everything?
So
Like,
this he's
We're
not been
trying
found
to get that-
mentally sound yet.
We're trying to take that step, but I don't need that step. He's a victim at this point. He hasn't done anything wrong.
You're
But the
right.
thing is, he can't even I mean, I can't take him because he's also slashed me with a screwdriver and then bit my hand.
Oh my gosh.
Boy.
He's
Is that-
violent?
Is that a result of his trauma, or is it pre-trauma?
No, this was whilst he was in Bolingbroke. So there's a whole warrant that hasn't been approved because we're having to start the charges because we can't then give him the attention that he needs. But we can't then process him for the crimes because he's the 5150 and he's not passed, so we don't know if he's going to understand the crimes. This is the same guy that's banned
And we don't
from
have
Pillbox.
trauma because he got tortured, and he shouldn't even be there in the first place. Like that's that's us failing him.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's the
Not
only person banned from Pillbox. Like
He's
completely
a
and
handful
utterly.
for sure. He came
Oh,
to the
boy.
Taco Hut once on a Taco Tuesday, so everybody was there, and he was trying to get an interview to like work there. He applied, and I'm like, oh, we're not hiring, whatever. And then he proceeded to call everyone in there a slave dog, and
Mhm.
wanted. He's got like a boyfriend, and he calls everyone like brother and sister, and it's like this really, I don't know. Anyway,
He seems to have a thing. He
It's
seems
not
to have
quite
an
like that.
idea that he has a say over my hair.
The what?
He thinks so. Pre all of this, he insists that my hair needs to be up in a plait. I can't have it down, and he seems to think that he has a choice on that.
Yeah, from what I
Oh, yeah,
understand,
yeah,
he's
yeah.
from the Middle East, and
Yeah.
things are different there. So
Yeah.
because
He
it's
has
going to
very
bring
strong
bones in
opinions of how
to,
things are.
Yes.
it's going to bring bones in to handle everything. I was
Yeah.
recommended to bring Rivera instead, just because of that.
Exactly. He wouldn't give her any respect. He didn't give it to me either. Because like Gary works for me there, and when I told him, oh, we're not hiring, he's like, I'm talking. He said, sister, I'm talking to this man here, and I said,
Oh.
okay, bitch.
No, he listens to what I say, and he does what. If I tell him to do something, he will do it.
Yeah.
But then again, I count down with all of the longer term inmates, and they tend to all start running.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I had one jump from the catwalk. I started counting down with one of the catwalk who was on the catwalks, and she went. I had two choices: I could go down the stairs, or I could get down quicker. I was scared of Lyra's counting, so I jumped down.
As long as it works. You have
It
tactics.
does work. I don't even need to get to 2 it now. I just stay at 3.
Can we ask her about the want for capital things?
It's a conflict. We can ask, but because it's an informal conversation, but it would be a conflict of interest, for sure.
I know.
It's her employee.
I want to bring it up
Okay.
today. Not today. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Sure.
my employee?
Happy New Year's. New Year? New Year's. New Year's Eve. New Year. New Year. I haven't had enough shots.
Shot time, Esther.
Yeah, I'm thinking might go switch to some tactics. I'm thinking maybe we just start slamming Mai Tais for the rest of the night. Like that might be the go-to
I've
move.
got a metric fuck ton of cider.
I haven't drank yet, but this sounds like a good time to stat.
Yeah,
you haven't had the day I've had Stotzy.
Well, I got 2 liters of crying apple to
I
catch
wish
up.
I could drink, but I cannot.
We can have hot chocky. Yes.
I do need to talk to you about a matter that involves more PD and DOC side.
Yes. I'm happy to.
So I don't know. I'm happy to say it in front of SAO, but it involves 2 employees of mine, and getting your eyes on it just in case.
Oh, I'm okay if you're okay. Yeah, that's fine. Who are
Okay,
we
give me a moment.
hunting?
I'm gonna send you over to somebody else. You're not getting this.
Are they in trouble?
Give me a moment to think.
Hold on.
Yes.
Esther. Shot.
Yeah, let me see. See what we got. Oh, I gotta gift from Santa that I haven't opened.
Thank you to E-Addict for the follow.
have
Thank
to
you to
go
Lucas
pick
for the
mine
follow.
up.
Thank you to Luke for the follow. Thank you
I've yet to
to
get
Doctor
mine.
for the
They
follow.
just keep coming.
Whitey for the
Keep
raid.
coming,
Nina
you
for the
know?
raid.
I'm
Creature
not
Baby for
going
the
to the
follow.
golf
Earlier
course.
for the
I'd rather
follow.
not.
Maximus for the 5 good sub. Maximus for
I
the
keep
3
getting
gift sub.
advanced repair kits sent on mine. So
3
it's
months
very
sub.
worth.
Psych Dog for the 5 good sub. Thank you very
And
much
did you
for thank you
see-
very much for being here. And I'll
Don,
see you
have
all
met
again
any of the
tomorrow.
hobos? Just like
Bye.
has nothing to do with anything.
Nope.
Okay,
I've
so
heard
there's
about them.
this group. They live underneath. There's like housing